That's almost an unobtainable forest. Thankfully for this road, I can get there. It's not a road. It's up here. It's incredible. But man, to get here is not easy. The first leg of the trip. You think, they'd be up here. Why wouldn't they put an X here? They don't do it. It's not the way it works, you guys. They're right there. Whether they stand right here ever or not, I'm not sure. Not too often. That's for sure. It's really not that often. Oh, God, goodness gracious. I'm never going to make it. I got to get it. I'll show you two of them. They're both on white X's. It's much simpler to do from this distance because they don't get to what I call like human mode, like where they're... That's an incredible world right there. It's very hard to get to. You have to walk all the way there through a bunch of brush and stuff. It's very difficult. I've never been there. I yell at them from afar. Hold on, I'll show you another one. Right there. So when they're like this, it's easy to get them on their X's. Remember, how do we know it's real? Well, this one's easy to tell it's real. He's holding something in his arm, too. The X. He's on a white X. Never forget their system and the knowledge of the person that's speaking to you. You guys, I'll say it again. I have my audio set, so when I zoom, it puts the audio out there. So when you're like, I can't hear you, you're not supposed to. If the video, you cannot hear me, I'm very aware of it. It's not about that. It's just because what I'm trying to show you. Because if you ever get a noise from out there while I'm zooming, then you'll appreciate the bad audio because it's actually picking up audio on the zoom, not me. Tell me what this is. I don't know why when you start an Android video, you have to zoom out. Like it doesn't start zoomed in. I mean, zoomed all the way out. Yeah, it's a little bit zoomed in every time. Watch this. I stopped. You guys remember, just keep in mind, I'm not really trying. It's one of their highways. I'm not really trying to. I guess I am, but not. It wasn't like intentional to actually film a video today. I'm really just trying to get to the highest elevations I can. I do it every year. I just like to go up to where I can find snow and then see what's going on. I'm not sure. I just like to, in other words, having too much of a plan in this is a mistake. When you can't plan something you know nothing about. So the best thing you can do is just, well, I mean, I know a lot about, but I mean, I know where to go. That's the number one. And that's all you need to do is just figure out these places, figure out what seems to be the best places to show up at and keep going. Okay. I have more than anyone in the world. I have hundreds, about 250 real giant Bigfoot worlds and probably, 1,000 places like this. I don't know if it's 1,000, but whatever, something like that. Watch this. I mean, I'm right here. That's why I stopped. I still have my helmet on. Look, I just got to. So look in front. It's completely clean. And look at that. I used to think that marked the hill. And it might, because it goes uphill here. Whoa. Thanks, Diesel. I just fell because the boots got stuck. It's not your fault. I'm just teasing. Look at that. He's probably like, yes. Win for me. I got hung up on this thing in my boots. Look at this. Look at this spot. It's clean. It's been used. Look at the disturbances, you guys. That's how it's supposed to look. Like that. And it looks like that. Like it looks like this spring, but it dried. Someone has been spending a lot of time right here. And then look at the base of the X. It's so blatant. Everything's a structure. The way it meets that tree is incredible. You figure seeing that I've seen more than I could ever count. This is an X here too. And I can't quite figure out, does it mean here? Yes, and it does in a lot of things. Here's the thing. The X's mean different things. It depends on, now I could be slightly off, but I don't think so at this point now. I'm ready to tell you. The X's have different angles. So, and they cross at different places. So it depends on which angle it's on. To me, that's either we sit right here X, or it's the base. It's marking the hill, the foot of the hill. But I think with the amount of structures and the highway that I'm seeing there, that they're just right here. It's not marking. You got to see the trident, you guys. I'm not even showing you the half of it. This is all their work that you're seeing. Every stick you can see and tree is theirs. So it might not be up there, just right here. There's no one's on this, it's, you could hear me coming a long ways away. So let's just say you were a person and you had to live right there. They're like, look, you can't let anyone see you, okay? No one would ever see you. You could hear someone, no one is ever going to walk here. It's impossible to walk to here. So you're going to have to be in some kind of 4x4, most likely a four-wheeler or one of these, which you'll hear 5 or 10 minutes before it even gets here. So even as a person, you have no problem chilling here and disappearing before anyone comes by you. So with their abilities, it's no big deal at all. Look at that X. And oh, here, I might as well show you the Trident. So right next to that, look how clean everything is. This is nothing that's been happening new. This has been a spot, just like everywhere else since the beginning of time. Over now. I decided to keep coming. I've been here once before. It takes a long time to get up here, you guys. Look at this. I'm at snow. Snow's right there. Quite a bit too, still right there. And then as soon as you get up there, it's incredible. So, but what's interesting, the reason I stopped right away, you can see when you enter, it's such an incredible thing. It's all aspens, right? You guys, last year, I was here last summer. So I've been here twice now. I can't remember. This might be my third time. I've just been up in here this is at least my second time. And I remember it really well, right? I come in, you guys, there's gigantic, nothing small. It's all gigantic scale structures that weren't here last year. To me, it represents huge guys, and it's all clean. Look how clean it is. This is the top of the world. No one can get up here, you guys. The X's that I see in the distance are simply amazing. So I got to be at like 10. Look at the ball up there. This has got to be 11,000. Something. I'm not sure. The best X you've ever seen in your whole life is right there. I just can't show it to you yet. I'd have to walk up there. You got to see this thing. See it right there? Hold on. You can just see it going across, right? You can't see the other part for some reason. You can you can right there, the top of it. It's the most amazing X ever. And it's hidden. It's hidden. Look at this. Something we see in all their places, right? I think that looks like a bear probably did that. See, in here, I'm not showing, I'm in a ways, but as you come in, there's gigantic, like aspen trees put into structures, which is something you don't get to see a lot. It's usually only that they love the pines. Look how clean this is, unusually clean. These are big guys, I'm telling you guys, they're big. I just know in my heart they're big. Look at the teepee. Yes, this is a good video. It is, I can tell you, just the visual wise. Look at the size of the, you guys, look at this. I mean, just look. It's in a Trident. It's a Trident right there. See him? Look at them all. It's a spot right there. I call them seats. I mean, they very well might just stand there. I'm not sure how they do it. I've never gotten to see them there. Yeah, I got to see them come out of it. But like, I've never just seen them in their, at home in their environment. That's what I want. I'd give anything. I bet you would shock you. That's one of the reasons. There's a huge shock factor with this. That's an X right there. It's beyond, even if you've prepared yourself for that, you cannot control the shock factor. They know this. It's been something that it's just been told to me by so many, over generations and generations of people, about that don't want to scare us. Look at that Trident, you guys. Look at that. It's all right there. This used to be an old trail. All right, give me a minute. excuse me, there's a spot right there. It's blinded from that path. There's no way you could see here, and it's been used big time. On the busiest of weekends, I could see maybe a bike shows up this high once a day, twice a day. On the busiest of nicest days. Like, this is a place that it's not on the map. Like, you just can't find this place. Like, that I know of. Like, it took me years to fine tune some of these places and find out how to get there, and usually by accident. That laner is incredible. This whole thing, they did it. You know they did this because of the seat back there and the teepee there. Incredible bird activity up here. I'm telling you, where they are, the birds will be. I keep getting asked about night and day and stuff, and it's very simple for us to go, oh, the night, that's when you come. It is actually, but I don't use that as an excuse. I think, it has something to do with them wanting to be anonymous. As far as what they do, I don't believe I think there is other beings, yes, that are extremely active at night that we have no idea exist. Well, some people might. That's not what I do. There's other beings, there's the masters, there's apparently horrible other beings on this earth. It's harder for them. They can't access us all the time, from what I understand. And remember, I'm pretty sure the Bible basically said, this guy really was like convincing the other day. He's a Christian guy that was saying that, no, he goes, God says that no humans go to hell. I'm not trying to preach this to you. I don't know, but I like that. He's like, hell is literally a construct for Satan, for Lucifer and the other fallen angels that all took, that just wanted to deceive God. No humans go to hell ever. Maybe that's why the devil will get you. He tries to get your soul, maybe. I don't know. And then, other people are like, it's the stupidest thing because, so you might have think you sold it, but apparently it's not yours to sell. That's the catch. You think you own you, but you don't. You are owned by who made you. Is that your mom? No. Your mom has very little to do with it. Dear. No weapons. I do have a gun with me, but it's at the bike. I'd never take it out, ever. So if a bear charges, I'm running. Because I am in Bear City right now. This is where they are, the big boys. Right here. Well, now, I would bet money, lots of it if I had any, that if he saw me, he would turn and run. If he heard me or whatever, you're not even going to see him. Like, there's probably one was up here. It would be very unlikely not to have one somewhere that knows what I'm doing. You see this? Look at that. Do you see it? Okay, this is not an accident. Look how it's draping over the other one. I started moving back here as I was talking because it's interesting. This is super high elevation. And it's a little bit confusing, but it's all them. That's all I'm going to do here. I want to just chill. I'm just showing you as I go. I realized I had a video. I'm definitely going to put this on YouTube at least. And so that's why I keep going. Let me show you this. This is all them. This is all highway. They don't walk on. That's why you don't see footprints when you're on the path. They don't use your path. Hardly ever. Sometimes. I can't explain why. It's very rare. That's why perfect footprints are rare. Well, it depends who you are. I have friends that get footprints every single day with toes. Every single day. Dawn does a great job too. Look at this. Dawn is on energy level that she's always getting. We have the best people in the world, and we're all friends. So why you'd be anywhere else? If you're anywhere else researching this subject, you're making a huge mistake. Right at the bike. 2 seats. I'm gonna try to sit right there, right at this. As I turned the camera off, I saw it. There's 2 seats right there. And they go down. You sit right here. They're literally right in our. This, I mean, that's all we made that, so it's ours, sort of. The best of the best is up there. I kind of feel like showing it to you because I don't know how much further I'm going to go. Because I know it's going to turn into a mud fest up there. Some people, I think, these are mostly from last year. They get frozen like that. I don't know. There's no track coming in for me, so I can't really tell. I just want to back up everything I've said if I can get to it. Oh, it's a freaking star structure. It's not just an X. It's not any star structure either. It's insanity. I can't really film it without walking all the way into it. It's right there. Come on. Trying to zoom. New camera. This is my fault. I dropped the phone and it's never been the same. And then I dropped it again. And then, so anyway, the most amazing giant scale structure is up there. And my pants are falling down. Here's someone that was here a long time ago. You never know. That's what I like to do. Is you never know. Like it'd be, the odds would be astronomical. But what if that person happened to watch this and completely forgot? Like, oh my God, that would be amazing, right? Dilly, I think it says. JRKVV. I believe it says O something. 08 maybe? MAGA. So that was 15 years ago. So that's, which it gives you a good, it's a great idea. It's a great way to date things. That actually looks a little older to me. I would have said like, I would have guessed 20 at least. I would have said that's at least 20 years old. If that's an 8. I'm not sure what that is. It's not the 0 because there's the 0. He did something else. I think it's an 8. So that's a good way. If that's accurate, that gives you an idea of what a tree looks like once it's been touched. Remember, I found 1800 written on a tree. It was 1800. There's the X. You just can't see it. Man, look how good that thing is. You see it? It's got all kinds of other stuff like on it. Like it's got a perfect star that you can't see. I wonder if that way is really good. Over now. I love Starbucks coffee. Thank you, Kelly, so much. Kelly sent me a case of Starbucks Keurigs. Oh my God, it saves my life in the morning. You guys, so bad news for me. Some of the best spots I filmed, I really wanted you to see. I was showing you what it's like on my other camera, like how bad. And this camera I've dropped. I really enjoy filming with this one. I'm filming on a low 4K setting for this. It's like 2100 by something. It can film much. It can film up to 8K. It's a really good camera. I've really destroyed it, and it's shaking. So I'll put a clip in. I want you to see this one spot because it's by the teepees where I found the Trump flag, and I didn't show you like really blatant structures right past it. And you'll see it shaking, and then the rest of the stuff just didn't even come out. And those were the best places, of course. That's my luck. It's just because that's what I want to show you, you know. But I'll show you the snow. It's like 20 feet deep, and then I'll put that clip in, and then I want to show you out in no man's land. So unfortunately, I have to pull some of the clips that aren't working because my phone's starting to fail. The screen doesn't work. Man, this drift's going to be here for a long time. Whoa. People, like I have so many people like in Florida and stuff. It probably seems really cool to see that, like if you're like in a really hot weather. Hey, I'm in hot weather. It's like 80. It's going to be not here, but like when I get back down there, it's not 80, but it's like 75 today. Look how beautiful out there, guys. Look at that. This is the earth you live on. Don't forget it. I know it's very hard when you live in a city to get caught up in the bullshit and the insanity, when really this is where you live. We all live here. So what? This is 500 miles from you, 1,000 miles. You live in another country. It doesn't matter. That's all in your head. You're just a hop, skip, and a jump. We have made it that way. You get on a plane, you'd be here in a couple hours. It's all in our heads that everything's far away. And oh my God, you're in England. It's like, yeah, if you swim there, it sucks. But if you just get on a plane, it takes like 5 hours. That was a nutcracker.
So it'll restabilize after these 2 clips, but I do want to put these 2 in that came at, like, this is right before, like, I'm literally film clips that are just black. Like, I'm kind of mad, like, I spent a lot of time for nothing. Like, well, yeah, you can't, if I can't show it to you, I feel like it's nothing, you know? Like, yeah, it does help pump me up, but, like, it doesn't help me unless I get to show it to you. I want you to see it, you know? So, I just want to, if you can bear with these shaky clips, it's kind of like cell phones used to be. And I got to do something to get a new camera.
That's the first time ever, because right there got me. I can't see my screen, but right there. Because I wasn't looking, because I looked here. It's amazing there's a pail here. I think they put the pail there on purpose. They found it and they put it there. Whenever they do something crazy, blatant, a lot of times you'll find like a can. We all know this, right? I wasn't going to stop, and then I just like, man, they did this. This wasn't like this before, right? So I'm looking. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, driving, still looking. I don't know that's there. My front tire hits it. Boom. I'm still holding on to my cojones. Wow. That hurt. Okay, so, but not too bad. Like that, I didn't get, you know, it just hurt a little bit. I was like, hear me yell, look at the bends, like this, they did all of that. You can't even, look, there's a trail that goes right underneath it. You guys got to see some of the Sasquatch highways I was passing. Whatever they are, you know, like, I'm not saying that's Bigfoot, you know, it's just, it's part of them, you know, they're friends with them. Let's put it that way. It's got a top on it. I've checked, I'm not checking. It's probably full with money. I finally don't check. Why does it have a top on it? It's empty. I can't carry that. Why would someone? They might have. I mean, I probably didn't, but kind of crazy it's next to this. There's no way that could have happened by accident. It's all clear in there. And then trails lead out. It doesn't, I haven't seen like up here, down below where I was, tremendous activity. I don't know how I'm showing what.
Okay, I have to cut this clip. Let's go to the other one just so you can see it, and then it'll be restabilized because I took the video earlier. I think I have my cell phone working again temporarily.
I wasn't going to show because I got to get out of here. This is amazing. So this is just past that teepee. It assures you that I'm on my way down from that big trip. But I didn't film it while I was here because I've done it before. Giant Trident X right there. Giant Trident. All place leaners. Look at the X in the back. I can't zoom because I have my glove. Can you see the X way back there? It's amazing, right? Watch this. I filmed this live. That's why I didn't film it, because I filmed it last year. I did a whole video in here and filmed them. And saw them in there. Well, one of them. I've never seen. That's the amazing thing about this subject, you guys. It just hit me now. Have you guys ever thought about this? First of all, look at that field goal. I'm trying to zoom with this hand. No one's ever seen like 2 or 3 or 4. It's always 1. I'm telling you, it's because it's unique. It's because they're fish out of water. If you're in water, you'll never see them. These are the videos that people film. They're rare, unexplainable. It's when they're out of their magic. I've seen it with my own eyes, and I've seen him run back into it. So I know when he's going across a field, something happened. We have no idea what could have happened on their side and why they do this. Look at that. This is an incredible place. Now it's way up. I'm on this trail. I get off my bike, I'm doing this video. I'm like, oh, no one will ever, I could leave my bike here all day. I didn't say that, but I was like, no one will ever come up. I'm literally filming this sick structure. These 2 kids come up in a Toyota. They're like 18, 19. Definitely going, I'm like, where are you guys going? To smoke a joint? They look at each other like, how does he know? Like they were a little bit scared because they were under 21. I was like, don't worry about it, it's totally fine. I like to break the ice. And then they just got real comfortable, you know. And then we started talking about what I do. I said, we were talking about how there's no there's no animals. I said, if you guys can make it to the top, it's so amazing. I don't know if they will in that truck. And I was like, nice Toyota, but it's kind of pretty tough to get up there. And I was like, but if you can, you'll get some great Facebook pictures for your friends. But I was like, there's no animals up there. There's not even a bird up there. Nothing. I'm like, they're all gone. Like, where are the deer herds and the animal herds? And everything's just missing. Can't find a deer, can't find anything. Look, this is vast wilderness, Colorado. Like, where's a bird? Why wouldn't something... There's so few animals left. What is going on? And I've had hunters asking me this. I know you know where my deer are. I'm like, I don't know. Are these guys taking them? Is this becoming a bigger thing? Phone's been staying, like, in other words, you go and hit the button to make it light up to open it. That doesn't come on sometimes, but luckily today it's been working. Look at that view. Now, I'm hoping this turns into a video. I mean, it's going to be a video. I'm going to show this to you out here. Look at that. I stopped there. Now, I'm getting down to some trees. Let's see what happens down here. This is where they are. It's very interesting. So this environment's no good. It's not about hiding. It's no good. Believe me, they'd be up in there somewhere if it benefited them. If somehow they could be here, they'd be up by some tree. They're not out in places like this. I'm telling you. In some spots, at times, but I'm telling you, it's just nothing out here at all. This is the places that are just left. I'm not sure why. It helps with our ecosystem, but like overall, like I think that there's elk and probably herds coming through, but I haven't seen one deer, one elk, one anything. I was talking to Lloyd about that. He's like, when I was a kid out here, we used to have giant herds. There's nothing left. And I said, well, what happened? He's like, I don't know. Something's happened. I was thinking, I couldn't mention what I did, but I was thinking, like, man, this subject, I think one of the reasons I figured out is because it's on a whole new level these days. But I don't know that for sure. So let's go down and see if we can make this a video. I see a spot that has no sign or anything, but it would be the only trees I've passed. And I'm really curious. Let's go down there. I'll show it to you no matter what. I've been going through it. It wasn't quite as exciting as I thought, but when I got actually down over, there's some trees. They're real dry pine trees. I forget what they're called. Those are hemlocks. I forget what they are. I know Norway spruce, blue spruce. All the spruces I'm really good with. I forget what that is. But anyway, you guys, it's an amazing thing because it just shows you what I show you every day. The tridents, the X's. I mean, just process it. There's not one. There isn't one thing. I've done 10 miles up here. There's not one thing, okay, that you could fake or pretend they did it. There's nothing out here. You want to camp without Bigfoot around you? Do it right there. I've seen a couple camp spots that were old, like where people came up on four-wheelers. This is a great place. Like, I would highly recommend. This isn't enjoyable, like as far as sites go, it's hot here, but this is what a great place for like a party. So if you're like if you're like 30s or 40s and you just want to come up here in the Jeep or some quads and drink beer, this is your spot. You don't have to worry about like someone in the bushes over there at night. I'm telling you, they're not here. Yet they're right there across the way, in incredible forests. I'm telling you guys, they're not out here. I find it to be amazing to me that there's nothing that I can, at least in the subject I deal with, there's nothing out here.
Hey, sorry about the clips. So I had really the whole video that I wanted to show you is not available. It's all black. So enjoy this. I'm putting this clip in. I haven't watched it yet because there's one right there, and there's rock stackings at the end on this river, and I just wanted to show them to you. It's sort of like a property, but I don't know. They look suspicious to me, and I wanted to show you the new cow GPSs. This is 100% real. I know exactly where I am, so I just know that guy's real, and he's not that big. Why is he hanging around the cow? Is that a coincidence, or do you think it's on purpose? I'm going to find out what happens to them as well, because they just disappear. So I think that'll help. That's a GPS. Hey, sweetie. She's like, whatever, dude. Not a fan. These wild cows don't like people. They just don't like them.
They don't like us. It's I've never met a wild cow that was a fan of a person, like the ones that are at the state cows. The horses are different. Horses are smart that way. Where, believe it or not, I think cows are technically smarter. They just don't want you to know that because of we don't think that because we've always used horses to ride and all that stuff. But believe it or not, cows are more family oriented. They love deeper. They're more of a thinking animal, where horses are very selfish. I know this. I'm just speaking on my own experience, like at the ranch. They beat each other up, they bite each other, it's all about food and seniority, and where cows tend to really love each other. The stacking on that property. There's a bunch of stackings up down here. Look at the stackings. They look human to me. I don't know. Why would you do so many right there? It's kind of weird. I don't know if it's human or not. I find a lot of, why would you do the little one there then? The little one is kind of weird. There's another one as well. What's that black? Yes. It's weird. Look, that black stuff looks weird, even with my eyes. You see the other one? I don't know if that's... I don't know if they did that or not. It looks like the rocks that were used would look like a person did it. Wow! The video was worth it just for this. Look at the rowboat. It's filled with stuff. That rowboat hasn't been used in a long time.
Mr. Mark, I think you're wrong. So I've seen my dad do it in our pond in Pennsylvania, at our farm. I'm almost sure so you use that boat and you go around and you clean the weeds. Why he left them all in the boat, I'm not sure. Because there's a lot of weeds in that boat. But I'm pretty sure that's what it is. It's from cleaning up the pond. I could be wrong.
Huh. But yet I just filmed them right there. At the top of this right here. You guys, believe me, okay? You can see them clear as day. In the video, it's all on video. And then I saw them with my own eyes. Like, make no mistake about it. Look at this guy, another guy trying to live off the grid. Old timer. I mean, I say do whatever you want. I don't give anyone a hard time. The only time I yell at anyone is if you're screaming in Walmart about something. Then I'm like, this is why no one is ever going to know anything. Because you're screaming at Walmart. Because I gotta make sure I'm going right there. You put a trail cam right there, I'll bet you. Well, they'll watch you put it there. That's the catch. You'll never install anything in one of their important areas without them seeing you do it. This is one of the biggest misconceptions of everybody that ever tried this. They'd climb up trees, they would do all these things and put trail cams and, A for effort, but you had no idea that the entire time you're doing this, that they're watching you. It was because you thought you didn't see anything, that there's nothing there. This is how stupid we are, okay? Yes, there is no other way to put it. They're all through here, too. All through here. I didn't find my spot. I have a couple all through this region. You'd have to spend years to find it. Like to find where their one spot is on that ridge. It takes a long time and a lot of work, and that's how we're going to figure this out. It's how we got the light bulb. It's how we figured out everything. No one person did anything. We've always stood on each other's shoulders. We're told one person gets the credit But if you listen or look carefully, you'll see that it's always been like Edison just got all his info from someone else and then worked with that. He didn't just do it by himself. No one's never done anything by themselves.